quick show of me big plot. Yeah, it's a bit windy, so you'll probably not hear my voice properly, but there you go. Here we've got runner beans. I've got 6 canes of runner beans. The 3 canes that is no runner beans, they died, so I've planted the seeds straight in the ground and I'll just have to catch up. But I've got 3 seeds per pot anyhow, so I've got 3 plants. Runner beans. Salad onions, spring onions, gone into seed. Should get some seed off them. This here in flower is a winter radish, and it forms a radish the size of a tennis ball that's black, got a black skin, but inside it's white. I'm letting that go to seed, and hopefully, well, I've already got some, look here, got some seeds already set in there, so it's heritage seed, beautiful for stews, getting them all through winter. Broad beans, I shall do a long shot broad beans, but I've put a second lot of string on here, which is wash and line. And my broad beans, they're green Windsor. As you can see, they flower really low down. It's the only broad bean I've had that flowers that low down. I'm not saying there aren't any others, but the beans are absolutely gorgeous. They stay green, they don't go grey when you cook them. Sweet, they're lovely. Again, it's a heritage broad bean, and that's green Windsor. Japanese onions. All these rows are 7.2 metres long, so there's a lot of onions there. I've got 2 rows of, well, I've got a row and a bit of Japanese, and then these ones here, some are going to seed, but they're them snowballs. The rest are turbo from Wilco's, and these that are looking sorry for themselves but are now greening up and getting better are my shallots. So I've got 2.5 rows of shallots, and get it in there, 2.5 rows of shallots, and the rest are turbo onions. See if we can get it from over here, and that'll be my onions. That'll last us until, well, we've just finished using last year's onions about 3 weeks ago, so got the odd nasturtium in there, that'll be ripped out in my cage. Over there, all the way down the edge, is early sprouting broccoli, which will come up next year for March, April time. I've got a row here of cauliflowers, they're all snowball, and then I've got 2 rows of Bedford fill basket sprouts. Hopefully, I've always wanted to grow these, so I'm hoping that that'll be a good plant and I'll get some good sprouts. So that's my sprout cage, well, Brassica cage. Made all this myself in work, at work, so it's a sliding door. Just runs on these metal runners that I fabricated out of some sheet, about 18 gauge sheet, galv. Right, and here, this is a Brassica cage as well. This is the pallet stackers. And here is Calabrese. In here, spring cabbage, and oh, these are Chinese cabbage in here. Yeah, that's it. I've lost one. That's through the net, but there. Okay. All spring cabbage. And I've got, as you can see, all the way down I've got Calabrese. There's my Calabrese. A few weeds in there, but I'll lift this net up and weed that, or the wife will. It's Calabrese. Peas. Peas are doing well. I have to sometimes take these off here and hook them over here. Now getting flowers. Getting flowers all over. So I shall have to put some more string along here, because as soon as you get the flowers on the peas, the pigeons start going mad. So anyhow, I've done a video on these peas. I basically hoed a trench. Well, I shoveled a trench, put some manure in the bottom, some horse muck, and just broadcasted the peas into it by hand. There's 3 packets in each from Wilco's, because you buy 2 packets, you get a packet free, so they get 3, and if it was buy 2 and you get 2, they'd have 2 in. So I broadcast them in, covered it up and watered them, and they come up. I don't mess about with guttering, wasting compost, wasting money, wasting my time, wasting space I ain't got. I just shovel a trench, put some manure in. If you don't want to put manure in it, just hoe it. Excuse me. Hoe a trench 2-inch deep and chuck your peas in, cover it. Luckily I haven't had any trouble with mice, but then there is quite a few cats on there. I've even got my own allotment cat. So again, these are 7.2 meters long. If you want to see how I do it, go back to my other videos and look at my other videos. They're all getting flowers on, and they're all the way down. Then the bottom here, I've left my leeks, and they're now getting the flower pods on. Got Mr. Snail there. So, flipping poppies coming up everywhere. More flowers on the peas. So, quite happy with them. I must get the string up. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I don't think it's in danger of a pigeon attack today, but it is getting very close. These onions here, they're all going to seed. They're 2-year-old sets that I found and put them in the ground. So I've just broke all the grown tips off, and what we're doing is we're taking them home, taking the middle stem out, and just using them really. So anyhow, bloody cat's hit this stick. Just run straight into it there. Right, in here, from there all the way down to that cane, which is here, I've got spring onions in there. You can see my radish is coming up. I've only just sown it, forgot about it. Now this radish here is radish that I kept the seed off radish a couple of years ago. So I grew the radish a couple of years ago, and last summer I collected the seed, and this spring I've sown the seed, and it's all coming up. So free radish needs to be. Bloody cat's walked on me thing here, look, cat prints. More spring onions in there, and then when these onions go here, I shall put at the end a row of beetroot. When them Japanese onions come out at the other end, I'll put beetroot in there, and in between I shall put lettuce and whatever. These are my cherokee French beans. These will be being planted out, not tomorrow, because tomorrow forecast rain. Be going out the next day. Right, so now my coal frame is virtually empty. Once them French beans are planted out, In here will be going the melons that I will now show you in my greenhouse. Sweet corn, desperate to go out. I don't worry about it, it's in that pot. The roots keep growing, it's all that matter. Keep the roots wet and they'll be okay. They'll be going out. I've fertilised where they're going with some fish blood and bone, and I shall put them in after it's rained. I think I'm now going to get locked in the allotment. Tomatoes. Stupus, 2 tangerine oranges, 2 black cherries, 3 Gardener's Delight. Gardener's Delight that needs to be repotted out, but I ain't bothering. And all these down there are Stupus as well. Well, got 2 cucumbers. They've probably doubled in size. Pot of hydrolica. All it is hydrolica. I water in there. You can see they're wet. Create humidity around the plant. We'll see if it works. My carrots, a couple are going to seed. A carrot flower. But still got a few meals there in carrots. Let's put these canes up there. Right, now then. These are my dessert melons. 5 dessert melon they are. I think you get about 5 slices out of one. First time I've grown these. I expect I'll get diseases on. They look like I've got something on the leaf already. Probably damp, probably don't like the damp. Chilies. Desperate to go out, they're going where the carrots are. So these going in the cold frame, the melons. Got a cucamelon here with mould from the slug pellets, and I've got an eggplant. Seeded loads up and I've got 1, so we'll see how that grows. Not very well the look of it. So that's the greenhouse. Then a butternut squash, and there's 2 bent squash in there as well. I'll show you them when I plant them out, but they're going over on the little plot. Yosterberry is full up with yosterberries. I need to be getting a cover on this. Alright, well they're still green. I need to get a cover on. And then my black currants, which are very tall. Me being just a short ass at 5'8", and I'd say they're nearly 5'7". So I've thinned out my raspberries. You can see I've now got a distinctive row. Gooseberries. Another row of raspberries. So I've got 3 lots of raspberries. Honking great lump of rhubarb. I've got more rhubarb on the other plot. That's all my fruit. Oh, this is a black currant bush. Whenever I get a branch that breaks off, I trim the end off and just stab it in the ground. And then within a couple of years I've got a plant. Never buy any fruit bushes. My chives are all out. I shall probably pick these flowers and stick them in the white vinegar. So there you go. Onions to be eaten. Peas. More peas. Calabrese. Sprouts. Yeah. Loads. Onions. Like I say, when these onions go here, I shall put some beetroot in. And runner beans are down the end. I'm going to plant my Cherokee beans. Well, there's 2 there, and they'll carry on down to here, and that'll be them done. Butternut squash in here. So anyhow, that's it from me. There's a tour of my big plot. I shall do my small plot on another day when it's nice. See you later. Thanks for all my subscribers, all 33 of you. Much appreciated. A little bit seems to be happening now. Don't know why, but thank you very much. See you later. Bye.